When you feel yourself getting sucked into outside activities that don't matter, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't want to do things that matter. It's because of fear. Just about 10:30, and this is really my first chance to talk about what's going on today. Just a huge flurry of activity for me to kick today off. I came in and checked out a sales page variation that Jared set up for me last night. We're doing a test between that one and our original style of promotional page that we've been using for Academy for a long time. It's probably really worn out and tired. People are probably tired of seeing that same thing. This is one of the reasons why I'm really happy to have Jared on, because he's a fresh set of eyes. He can create something totally different, and we can test it. We can see which one works better. And these are things that I don't have the time or bandwidth or even necessarily the desire to do, even though it's critically important that we're constantly doing things like this in the background to make the most of our efforts whenever we have some kind of promotion or offer out there. So I looked that new page over, we made some tweaks together and put an email together and sent a first email to that promotion for Academy. Really early results on that are looking positive, so fingers crossed about that. Then I put together a long update email for somebody who's been supporting us in the background financially and also talking to me about business things. He's a prior student of mine at Congressional Country Club, my last teaching job. Very successful business person, and has been helping us out this year financially a little bit, which is the first time I've ever taken any kind of funds from any outside source. Essential Tennis has been 100% bootstrapped from the beginning up until this year. And now that we have significant cash flow needs, and I've been making a bigger push to grow things, we've needed a little bit of backing just to keep things leveled out. When there's the inevitable downturn, there's been periods where we've needed some support financially, and so he's been there to help out. I was overdue to send him an update about how the company is doing and how things are looking, the direction that we're headed in, and now I'm not sure what I'm going to work on right now. This is a position I haven't been in several months, so I'm going to head inside and kind of look things over, think things over, and see what I'm going to focus on next. I have a couple calls that I need to do today, so maybe I'll follow up with those people and set up some times for phone calls a little bit later today. So this morning I caught up on YouTube comments about once a week, kind of the same as email. I like to go in and just reply to as many comments as possible. Also been doing some good communication back and forth with Jared about the promotion we just started, and now I've got some lunch in the toaster oven. Also later this afternoon I have a call with Kevin Anderson and his wife. He's a professional tennis player, and they are starting an instructional website. They launched it a couple months ago actually, and I reached out to them just to say hi and congratulations and welcome to the online space. And we're gonna have a call this afternoon to see what they need help with and see what kind of advice I can hopefully give them to be helpful as they jump in online. All right, so I found a project. I'm starting to get a little antsy. If I don't have something really specific to focus on and kind of dig my concentration into, then I'm so afraid of wasting time on a day-to-day basis. Stupid little things like looking at Facebook or refreshing the comments in YouTube or refreshing the comments on the website or looking at email. All perfect examples of things that feel like doing work, but you're not actually accomplishing anything meaningful, at least not anything that's going to substantially push things forward in a positive direction. It's just busy work. So what I'm working on now this afternoon is going through survey results and past emails from students of Mental Tennis Mastery, which is one of our courses. We're going to be, the next big promotion of ours is going to be version 2.0 of that course. And a big part of preparing for that promotion is getting success stories from students who did the first course. We're revising it, we're updating it, we're adding a lot of new instruction and content. And so in order to sell that new offering, we need to demonstrate beyond a shadow of a doubt that it works. And this is a huge part of being successful online, is you need to be able to demonstrate results. You have to be able to prove that what you're offering does what you say it will do. And the best way to do that is with actual results from students that have gone through the coaching. Now, this sounds very obvious, probably, and like it probably sounds obvious, but it's impossible to overstate. And it's been historically a big problem with me, is not having the time to put into gathering those stories. Sometimes they just fall in your lap, but more times than not, you have to go digging for them and following up with those people, getting the stories, getting their permission to use them, and getting as many details as possible. The more you can make these real feeling stories, they are, but the amount of details needed to really make it feel real takes a lot of work. And ideally, I want to find one of these examples to jump on a live video call with me so that we can use that story from a particular student in part of our promotion for Mental Tennis Mastery 2. So this is hugely important. I'm glad I found something to work on, very, very worthwhile, and it's going to really make or break, to a certain extent, our next big promotion for a new course, Mental Tennis Mastery 2. About to jump on that call with Kevin Anderson and his wife Kelsey, and after that I'm going to make some iced tea. All right, so this afternoon got a lot done with Mental Tennis Mastery success stories. Got a good jump start on that, and had a couple of good long calls, one with Kevin Anderson and his wife Kelsey. In case you're not familiar, Kevin Anderson, top 10 player in the world last year, long professional career, very successful player. He and his wife and coach have started an instructional website, and they're just basically looking for some guidance on what steps to take next. It's only been out for a couple months, and he's finding out, they're finding out how big of a learning curve it is. So I'm really excited that they're jumping into the online game. Really, brings a new level of kind of legitimacy to what we're attempting to do online, and brings a well-known, professional player face to our market, which I think is great. About out of time for today, so I need to head inside and pack up. Closing thought for today before I head home, I'm going to try to distill something really important for you really quickly. The only way to progress and grow is to spend time on things every day that really matter. And doing things that matter means leaving your comfort zone. And it's taken me a while to figure this out, but every time that I want to get sucked into checking Facebook, looking at the email inbox, looking at social media, looking at comments, things that are valuable but don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, don't build the business, don't push us forwards. The real reason why it's so attractive to spend time on that stuff is because of fear. It's scary to spend time doing things that matter. We naturally want to gravitate towards things that are comfortable and safe and easily gratifying. That's what social media is made for. Social media is made to deliver to you exactly what you want to see as fast as possible, so that you get that quick hit of gratification, you get that quick hit of entertainment. That's what social media is for. That's what skimming through the inbox is for. We're looking for that quick gratification. Working on things that really makes a difference and really matters is scary. There's fear there because we're stepping out of our comfort zone to create something that doesn't currently exist. So there's fear of failure there. There's fear of rejection. And so just think about that. When you feel yourself getting sucked into outside activities that don't matter, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't want to do things that matter. It's because of fear.